This motherfucker rolling. What is up, my guys? So here goes another storytelling video. You know, last one I was talking about my life after football. Now I think it's time to talk about what happened during football. I want to talk about my life as a Juco athlete. I know a lot of athletes hear all sorts of types of stories of people that have been in Juco and how wild the stories are. I know you guys are wondering, like, is it really that bad? Hey, that shit is pretty bad. Like, my experience in Juco, that was probably the worst time of my life. So let's start all the way to the beginning. Coming fresh out of high school, signed to go play at Florida Atlantic University, right? So I get to FAU and I basically do what a freshman's supposed to do. Like, I'm coming first in the sprints. I'm getting good grades. I'm making plays where I can. I truly believe that I did the best I could to, you know, stay on the team and establish myself over the years. I think my teammates can vouch for me on that. Like, they would see, like, I was one of the hardest workers on the team, even though, you know, I wasn't starting as a freshman, or they would see me day in and day out during practice, just giving 100% effort, making plays, especially made plays during, like, the scout team. You know, the scout team, let me break it down for you guys what the scout team is during practice. The scout team goes against the number ones. They go against the starters every single day. And their job is to just give the look of what the team that we're going to play in the next game. I started off on scout team and I was making plays. Like, I was making plays every day. My goal during practice was to make a play a day. MAP, make a play. And that's kind of what it's been the whole season, was just me on scout team, just helping out number ones, giving them looks, whatever, boom, boom, boom. I was so glad to be a part of that team. And a huge shout out to Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin was probably the best head coach I've ever been coached by, hands down. That being said, Lane got another job offer. He went to Ole Miss. Hey, I don't blame him. It's Ole Miss. It's an SEC school. He had a chance to be the head coach there. Took it. I was kind of crushed because Lane really, like, built FAU, like, to what it is now, kind of. Anyway, so Lane left and this new head coach named Willie Taggart came in. Now, it's not in my best interest to, you know, name drop and talk bad about people, but hey, I'm done with football, so I'm finna tell y'all. Coach Taggart comes in and kind of like messes everything up. He wanted to bring his recruits in. He wanted to bring his guys in when already we had great leadership. We had great coaches. So there really wasn't much for him to change within the team. But he did it anyways, and we kind of just took it with a grain of salt, still grinded. Then there was one day after class, he called me into his office out of the blue. I go into his office and the first thing he says is, I don't know why you're still here. He said, I don't know why you're still here. What do you mean? Why what? To get an education? I don't know, play football too? Threw me in the loop. I didn't know what to say. Like, what do you say to that? Why am I still here? What do you mean, why am I still here? So what I know from him saying that is that he never really talked to the previous coaches that coached me, because they know the type of person I am, the type of player I am. I benefit the program. Like, I'm causing no problems. I'm doing my job, making plays, and he comes in talking about, why are you still here? So I had to keep it cordial. I was like, Coach, I really don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. He told me, why don't I go play for my dad down at FIU? First, I tried to give him like a true professional answer. Like, you know, I made a lot of brothers on this team. Like, I love this team. There's no way I would even think about leaving this team. Like, but what I really wanted to say was like, motherfucker, what are you talking about? Like, I'm not my own man. Like, I can't make my own decisions. Like, cool is playing with my dad, but that's not what I want to do. I want to stay here and play. Like, buddy just came at me sideways. But hey, I knew what time it was, and I knew it was time to leave. So I entered the transfer portal. No Boom, boom, boom. I think next year they went like 5-5. So I'm kind of glad I left. You know, I really just want to say thank you at this point, because I did not want to be a part of that shit. So boom, I entered the transfer portal, and then just shit hits the fan, bro. Like, oh my God. As soon as I hit the transfer portal, COVID happens. COVID happens. So when COVID happens, like everything just shuts down. So I'm in the transfer portal, just stuck at home. I'm stuck at home for a whole year, not being able to get recruited or added on to anybody's team because it's COVID. Like, you can't do anything. Stuck at home, whole year goes by, just not knowing when COVID's gonna end. So the year goes by, recruiting is so dead, and I end up going Juco. So I ended up at the Juco ELAC, East Los Angeles College. Now, I will say I am appreciative of who I met in Juco, because they really are like bros for life, man. It's so crazy. So I kind of just fly to LA and just say, F it. I got a couple of family members out there, and I stayed with them for a little bit. But the problem was they were way too far from the school, like couldn't do it. I hit my boy Trey. I'm like, yo, can I just like sleep on the couch, crash on the couch? Trey, being the brother he is, he's like, hell yeah, just come crash on the couch, kick it, whatever. So I get to Trey's crib, and somebody is already on the couch. So you're telling me I have to share the couch with somebody? Oh my gosh. And like, what do you expect from Juco? Like, you really can't make it up. Like, this is really Juco. So the dude that was staying on the couch with me is now like my best friend for life. Like, this is crazy. My dog Tyson chilling. So me and Tyson are on this couch for like 2.5 months. Every day of those 2 months, me and Tyson were trying to find a place to stay. I mean, every day we were trying to find a place that would let us stay there. And I really don't have to explain this to the LA natives, because they know like how expensive it is to live out there. Let alone we had to find a landlord that would let 2 broke college students move in. So me and Tyson finally found a spot right outside of USC campus. We were staying in West Adams. And West Adams is like one of the murder capitals. So me and Tyson are moving into one of the roughest neighborhoods just to play some football and go to school. First core memory I have of staying in West Adams was, so I just wake up, it's about like 8 a.m. 8 a.m. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm brushing my teeth and I hear gunshots. Who shoots somebody 8 a.m. in the morning? I didn't know they did that. Who shoots somebody in the morning? What? I think at that moment, I realized I'm not supposed to be here. And I need to get out of here ASAP. Any athlete in Juco, their plan is to like go to Juco for 1 year and get their AA degree and then leave like as soon as possible. Another story with me and Tyson. Me and Tyson are in the living room. I think like one of us is cooking, the other one's just chilling, right? Somebody walks through our front door. Big ass dreadhead walks through our door, just opens the door and just starts looking around. Like, mind you, we're in the living room, right? We're in the living room and the front door is literally right there. So dreadhead opens the door. Dreadhead opens the door unannounced and like looking for stuff, right? He real deal was about to rob the house. So as he's looking around, he didn't see me and Tyson yet. And I think I was fresh out of the shower. So I had my towel on, just hanging in the living room, towel on. Dreadhead in the living room, and he did not see us yet. Dreadhead opens the door and like peeks his head through, just looking around, seeing what he could take. And he looks up and he sees me and Tyson in the living room, just staring at me, no drawers with a towel on. I'm grabbing a knife out the kitchen. I got the knife out the kitchen, big ass, what they call chef's knife? Chef knife in hand. And once Buddy sees that we're looking at him, we're very aware that he's here, go ahead and goes and close the door. This is exactly what he did. Like Duke Dennis, real life was about to rob us. But shout out to Duke Dennis, man. I see him, you know, doing his thing, whatever. Back on track to the football. So me, Tyson, Trey, we get to the summer workouts, we're doing our thing, earning our spots. You know, me and Tyson and Trey earned our spot. So we got the starting spot. So I don't think people understand what Juco does to you. The things that you have to go through mentally and physically through Juco is probably like one of the toughest things I've ever done in my life. So just think about having to go to school, getting a job to pay wherever you're living at in LA, and then still playing football, all just being able to juggle all three of those and still perform at a high enough level to where a college wants to recruit you. You just have to be a different dog. I tell you, it's just not for everybody. Not everybody can do that. So throughout the whole summer, like I think I've grinded so differently than what I've been doing. So over the summer, me, Tyson, Trey, all my boys, like we truly took it to another level of grind because we knew like the only way for us to get out of Juco is to perform on the field. So fast forward to the season, like we are ready. We are ready to go. We are ready to get out of this situation. Let's go back. Let's rewind before we get into the season. Over that long summer, we had to get a job. Me and Tyson did the same thing, and our job was security. It wasn't like the usual security that people would do. We were doing security at festivals, at like EDM concerts. So basically, we were dealing with a whole bunch of people on drugs. We also would do this event called Pico Rivera. I've never seen anything like Pico Rivera. Oh my God. I've never seen Spanish people with cowboy boots on and hats, like doing a whole rodeo. I've never seen anything like it. But shout out to Pico Rivera because y'all was lit. That would be the only way I'd put on cowboy boots is to just go to Pico Rivera because I just want to experience that, not as a security guard, because they was having a blast. They was drinking, dancing, like it was crazy. And back to the EDM concerts, there would be a 20-foot gate, probably the tallest gate I've ever seen in my life, surrounding the whole premises of the festival or whatever. And you wouldn't guess like what me and Tyson's job was to do. Our job at the EDM concert was to run down the people that would climb the 20-foot gate and jump over. And when I tell you, like, if you're not from the West Coast and you don't know what a oos is a big ass Samoan, big ass Tongan, and that's who we worked with. We worked with them big ass Samoans. Big ass Islanders do not play. I saw a big ass Islander catch somebody from falling off the fence, caught him, slammed him to the ground, and just started beating him up. It's because he jumped over the fence. And he could do it because he's security. So yeah, that was our job. Just running down folks and tackling like we playing football. So fast forward to the season. So we're playing these first couple games. I'm getting a couple touchdowns, a couple touches. It's not near what I need to do to get out of here. And I think we get to about the third game where I'm not getting targeted as much. Like it's looking really bad. And as any athlete would know, is like you're putting so much work in the off season, getting ready for these moments, and they just never come. The ball just never comes to you. And after that third game, I really got into a dark place. It honestly felt like the whole weight of the world was on my shoulders. I honestly felt at that point in time that I wasn't going to make it out. Started second guessing my decision and going into Juco and really worried about what's gonna happen in my future. And that night after the game was so real. Getting back home to the apartment and not knowing what was gonna happen. You know, football was really my plan A, no plan B at all, and it just was not going for me in Juco. I felt like I did everything I could. To be successful and make plays. I put myself in the best position. I think I did everything that I could. And honestly, it was such a dark time where I actually had thoughts of suicide. And And never in my life have I experienced where I sat in a dark room with no noise, and it honestly felt so loud in a way. To be honest with you, I was kind of freaking out because I've never had these type of thoughts before. I never would have thought I would have thought anything like this. So I panicked. I didn't know what to do. All I could really think about was just pray. I prayed about it. I sat down on the side of my bed, and it was very scary. For saying that prayer of just, God, just please give me the strength to get through the season. Please give me guidance, and kind of just gave it all to Him. And when I tell you, God is amazing, man. He got me out of those thoughts. He got me out of the thoughts of suicide. The next week comes up, and the night before the game, still battling through those thoughts. Once again, I sent another prayer, but right before the game tomorrow. That last week was my lowest point, and I didn't get anything from God. You know, I didn't get any message. I was getting frustrated, and I was honestly losing hope. I gave it one last prayer. I said the same prayer, like, God, please give me guidance, give me strength, give me through this season. And throughout that night and the morning, I still didn't get an answer. So it comes game time. We're playing San Diego Mesa, the Juco out in Cali. When I tell you God's timing is so crazy, because I played probably the best game I've ever played in my whole career. I think my stat line was like 6 catches, 2 touchdowns, 160 yards, video game numbers. I think that was God's message, and Him giving me strength. Like, that was His message, was that game right there. And it was telling me that it was going to be okay. You are going to be okay. You're exactly where you need to be. Everything's going to be okay. And the rest of the season did go well. Like, I had a really good season. Ended with about 500, 600 yards receiving. I had 50 catches. I had a solid season. And that good season got me recruited to play at a university again. And I was getting a couple offers here and there, but the one that stuck out to me was Long Island University, and I took it. And that really wraps up my whole story in Juco. It really was a testament to my life. And I think this story time is really for the athletes that are going through injury or Juco like I did, or any issues you got going through, that is going to be okay. Like, and I know plenty of athletes have been in the same shoes I've been, that has had those thoughts of suicide, and it is a real thing. I just want to let you know that people care about you. People really do care about you, and it is going to be okay. And in those times of darkness and having those thoughts, God was the answer for me. That's who I leaned on. And it doesn't have to be God for you. It could be a friend. It could be a family member, mom, dad, a teammate, a coach. It's just the biggest thing is just letting somebody know that what you're going through and the thoughts that you're thinking, because it is real. It is real. There's always hope, and there's always help for everybody that's going through that. In those times of you feeling like God gave you no purpose, that is a lie straight from the devil. God gave you purpose in this world, and you really, truly will do amazing things. It may not be at that very moment. It could be a year from now, 5 years from now, but it will all be worth it in the end. And I think we have to understand that life has its ups and it also has its downs. Once you figure out that it's just about how you respond to those ups and downs, will get you so far in life. And I think that's a wrap. You know, shout out to my Juco brothers, shout out to the dudes in Juco, shout out to all the athletes, and also for the people that are just going through something. I hope these story times are reaching out to the right people, like the last one and this one. And I hope I have so many stories, and I hope to continue to do that. God damn. It will get better. I will see my guys later.
You see this motherfucker.